Hey guys, welcome back to the Record Room. It's your old pal Tony Giles, TG. And as you may be able to tell, I am a little bit under the weather. I in fact wanted to record this episode earlier on in the week, but I've been suffering from some kind of flu, cold, all of the cool things that come along with being a parent over their 40s. So apologies if I sound a little bit rough, but I wanted to get this episode out because I am absolutely in love with the album I want to talk about and focus on today's episode. And that album is the latest from Blood Incantation, Absolute Elsewhere. Now, I think this album has been out now for about 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. I'm not entirely sure when it came out. And truth be told, I actually completely missed the release of this album. Even though I'm a Blood Incantation fan and I have, I think I have all of their releases up to this point, I somehow missed this one. This one got by me. I don't know, maybe I'm not checking social media enough, but a buddy of mine reached out to me on Instagram and actually said, oh, have you heard the new Blood Incantation yet? If you haven't, it is absolutely amazing. I think you would enjoy it. And I was like, they've released a new album. I must check this out straight away. And unlike my usual process of just buying vinyl because I want to hear an album for the first time, you know, on my chosen format, I jumped straight online and I listened to a digital stream and whew, I was absolutely blown away. I don't know how this band keep getting better. This is their, I think this is their third full length, maybe their fourth, and they've got a couple of 12-inch EPs as well. I don't know how this band seem to just keep getting better and better, but each release seems to be progressively better and better and better. And for those of you that have never heard Blood Incantation before, they are, well, it's like progressive death metal with a heavy lean on like Tangerine Dream and Philip Glass, Steve Reich, you know, especially the later release, especially this one. I had a lot of Tangerine Dream in this album, early Tangerine Dream as well, like Phaedra, that kind of stuff. I was completely blown away. So within seconds of hearing it, I was going to purchase it anyway, but I jumped online straight away and was like, I have to have this album in my collection in the next day or two, otherwise the world will cease to exist, because that's how my brain works sometimes. I jumped online and I couldn't actually find it in the usual places, but there is a store that I do shop at occasionally called Strip Joint Records up in Glasgow, Scotland, and I will give them a shout out because this is the third, fourth, fifth order I've placed with them. And they're really great, you know, price was good, postage was good, it was quick, turned up in a day. So no complaints. I've bought record store day stuff that's been sold out everywhere post record store day from these guys. So yeah, Strip Joint Records, give them a follow. I know they are on Instagram. And they have a really great selection and they have a really good sales section as well. So give them a little plug while I am here, because this album came out on vinyl in a few different ways, a bunch of different ways. There was an indie exclusive. I think there's a retail copy. I'm not entirely sure which one this is, but I have limited gatefold, 180 gram transparent turquoise LP with a poster. So I'm sure it's going to sound good. I haven't actually opened it yet, so I'm going to open it for you guys here, but this is just, look at that artwork for a start. I mean, talk about being transported to elsewhere, places elsewhere. Look at this thing. It is absolutely killer. The artwork on this is incredible. And if you did just have a look there on the back, this album does comprise of 2 songs. Side 1 is the Stargate and side 2 is the Message. Each side is split up into different tracks. I think there's maybe 4 tracks on side A and 5 tracks on side B. So 4 tracks of the Stargate, 5 tracks on the Message, something like that. It kind of goes through movements. It is unbelievably good. Like, I know it's now the middle of October. I've already spoken a couple of times about certain albums of the year. We have the Sedan Visual Kill album, which is still my album of the year. I still absolutely adore that album. But then we had the Abriction album as well, which came out just a few weeks ago, that absolutely just blew my mind. Banshee. If you haven't heard that one yet, or you haven't checked out the episode, I'll leave a link below. But that album is just hard to define. There's so much going on there. It is really hard to define. But then I heard this and was like, what is this? The third album that's come out in a matter of months, where I've just been absolutely amazed by. And I have to say, like, hats off to the artwork, the artist on this, Steve R. Dodd. This is just full on 70s prog rock. Like, this is unbelievably cool. This is unbelievably cool. And this is really through Century Media Records. Sorry, I blinked them for a second, even though I'm looking at the logo. Told you, I'm still feeling the effects of being under the weather. So I'm gonna bust this one out now, because once I finish recording this episode, I shall be donning this upon thy mighty turntable, and I'm basically sitting in prog rock heaven, because this album is just, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a prog fan. I wouldn't not say I'm a prog fan. Definitely more of a fan of the electronic side of prog music, like your Tangerine Dream and Philip Glass and Steve Reich. All those guys I mentioned prefer that kind of stuff to prog rock. But Blood Incantation marry like incredible death metal with incredible like synthesizer keyboard stuff. It is bonkers how they are so good. Well, is it bonkers? I don't know if it's bonkers or not, but let's have a look here. Let's take the shrink off. Right, and already I'm one over because it comes in a polyline sleeve. There you go, already a winner. Polyline sleeve, and this is, as the sticker said, on transparent turquoise vinyl. So there you go. Nice single color. I would have bought black if black was available to me, but this is the copy I saw, so I grabbed that one, but I'm sure it will sound good. So I am going to take the shrink off this because I want to check out this the gatefold on this. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't take off the shrink, but you know, the artwork on this is absolutely singing to me. Right, so that's the front, that's the back. Look at that. Talk about taking you to another world. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Absolute elsewhere. And it does indeed. Oh, we've got here. Got a nice insert with some lyrics on the inside. So, okay, so the Stargate has 1, 2, 3. Stargate has 3 tracks, one of which is an instrumental, and the message has 1, 2, 3 tracks as well, but they're all vocal tracks by the look of it. Absolute elsewhere. Oh, this is just so good. And wow, I didn't even know this, but it does say they actually have members of Tangerine Dream on this record as well, so maybe that's why it sounds so much like Tangerine Dream to me. That is very cool. Oh, and that's actually not the poster, that's just an insert. So wow, I think this album cost me like 21, 22 pound. Comes with a printed inner sleeve, a gatefold with an insert on color vinyl, and you get a poster of the band as well. Century Media, once again, proving that indie labels do kicketh thy rear end of their major label brethren from time to time with their packaging. This is beautiful. This is a really cool looking record. I honestly, it doesn't matter what I say about this record, because I need you to make up your own minds. I need you to jump online, check out some clips on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to stuff. Check out this album, or just, you know, the first song. You will know instantly within the first few minutes if you enjoy this. But this is definitely going to go on my albums of the year, in the top 3. It's getting to be a pretty interesting list. I will do that episode maybe towards the end of the year, maybe early next year, but I am blown away by this record. If you have this record, if you've heard this record, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you've not already liked and subscribed, it would mean a great deal to your old pal who's poorly right now if you would go and do so. But remember, folks, Until next time, stay gold and spin those blackest circles.